Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by gpac. gpac, great people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Corner, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we're joined by the reigning NSIC Player of the Week, Alexis Monty of the Concordia-St. Paul softball team. Alexis, thanks for joining us on the Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, as we do each week, let's start with you telling us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I'm from Stillwater, so not very far from here. I grew up there. I'm majoring in exercise science here at Concordia. I'm obviously a freshman, so
All right, a freshman from Stillwater. Why did you choose Concordia-St. Paul to further your academic and athletic career?
well, I played for the Minnesota Magic, which is based out of Cottage Grove, and Bob happened to be a coach there, so we knew of each other pretty well. When I came on my visit, it sounded like we had similar goals, and I knew he'd be the man to push me and make me reach beyond those goals.
All right. Well, the softball season is here, and the Golden Bears are off to their best NSIC start in school history with an 8-0 mark. You've earned your third NSIC Player of the Week honor this past weekend already this young season. What has been the biggest difference from playing in high school to transitioning to the Division II level?
I think as far as softball, the pace is definitely way different. Moving into college, it's a lot quicker, forcing you to think ahead in the game and be proactive, know what you're doing, think situational, really. As far as like academic wise, learning how to balance being an athlete and a student. Obviously, you're a student first, so school comes first, and managing time and getting that work done before you go to practice or leave for game days is crucial.
Well, it's a seamless transition, obviously, on the field. You're batting .550 on the season, 27 RBIs, a .721 slugging percentage, 16 stolen bases as the team's leadoff hitter. Talk about your role on this team, especially being that leadoff hitter on.
I think as a leadoff hitter, my goal is always to set the tone of the game. It doesn't matter if we're hitting first or if we're on the field first. I always just want to be that person that tells the other team that we're here to play and that we can play. As far as like just logistics, it's my goal is just to be on base and let my teammates do the work, and I'm just there to help us rack up some runs.
You said start off the game. Talking about you, how did you start off the game? When did you start playing softball? How did you get into it?
I think my parents just threw me into I think it was T-ball with like, the co-ed little youth groups. I never thought about going. I was just always there to have a good time. At some point, I think I caught myself looking forward to it. So I think that was the point where I was like, yeah, softball might be my sport. And then when I got into club ball, it was that I think that was when I realized that I could play softball in college and have the potential to be great.
We're just getting you off to a good start. Talk about some of the upperclassmen that have been helping you this season on the team.
Oh, I all the upperclassmen, they have such a crucial role and a unique role to each one of them, obviously. Clara Heisland, she's the energy of the team. I just look up to her. Anybody's having a bad day, she's always the one to lift you up. Another one is Sydney Pelzer. She's literally my left hand man. But she always helps me remember that it's just a game and we're here to have fun as a team and not just it's not just about winning, but making those connections and having fun. Erica McCullough, she's determined. I love the determination from her. She pushes us and she wants us to be great. She wants us to pick her up and help out the team as much as we can, even when we think we're not doing the best.
Some big wins out in Aberdeen this past weekend. You swept MSU Moorhead and Northern State. It's softball. It's end of March, early April. You're playing in domes most of this time. Talk about playing in a dome versus outside. Some of the pros and cons of that.
I personally hate domes. I've never been a fan of dome ball. Somewhat like the dead ball rules, you hit the ball to the top of the dome, of course, it's going to be a dead ball. And as for if you play outside, that might be another out. So it's just the difference. But the dome also gives us an opportunity to play at this time and not have to keep pushing back our season and wait for better weather. But outside, it's that's what softball is to me, having to clean the dirt off the white pants. It's just a part of playing the game.
That's all right. You're a purist. Softball's supposed to be outside. You're right. So, uh,
Exactly.
you did get to play outside a little bit. The Golden Bears made trips to Florida, Missouri, and South Dakota already. What have been some of your best memories so far of this young season?
I think Florida was probably the best memory. Being able to go down there and play in, I guess, the most optimal weather we could get at that time. And just playing with the girls, calling it a work vacation, going down there to play ball, but also having the opportunity to hang out with them or hang out with your family and do whatever you want on your off days. I think that was the best part.
All right, so we're about mid-season. We just started conference games. What are you looking forward to most the rest of the season, and what are some of those team and personal goals?
I think for the team, we want we want an opportunity at conference. We want to get a ring. It's what we want. That's our goal. We've decided that we are going to work hard, but in order to do that, we got to go game by game, focus on the little things that we can control, and just do our best. As far as personal goals, I want to continue to strive for greatness and keep going down the path that I'm going.
All right, final question for you. What advice would you give to a young player to help them in their development?
Um, I think just remember that it's just a game. Like, obviously, all of us are going to have mistakes. All of us are going to have those off days, but find the people who can support you and help you support yourself in order to get back on the right track and learn from those lessons and grow and all that fun stuff. So just remember that it's just a game and it's meant to have fun. And when you're having fun, you don't have to worry about the rest.
All right, some great advice right there. That's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks again to our sponsor, GPAC. Alexis, best of luck to you and the Golden Bears the rest of the season.
Thank you.